A lot of people keep commenting about this being Mike McCoy's mill. Everybody really loved that guy, and
well, welcome back to Temple Hill Sawmill. This is actually, I'm going to tell you the truth, this is actually the day after what we're getting ready to show on video. So I'll kind of act like it's before, but I won't lie to you. So we're getting ready to saw. Just hang in there with me. We're getting ready to saw today, and we still got to do some more 1x6. He still wants 150, and so we're going to do some more of that. And so a lot of people keep commenting about this being Mike McCoy's mill, and I really like hearing all that, and everybody really loved that guy, and I did too. I never met him, and never watched his videos while he was alive. I think he'd already passed when I started watching him. And but I wish I'd have gotten to meet him. His family sure was nice. And after I just keep getting comments and remembering him and the old mill, and everybody's glad to see it still running and all that good stuff. And so I just kind of thought, well, maybe I ought to tell just a quick summary of how I found it for sale and where I am and all that mess. So anyhow, I'd been interested in sawmilling for a pretty good while. Never done it in my life, and been around them all my life because we live on a small farm and we're all the time using rough cut lumber. And we used several different sawyers around here, and they all passed away. And when our last sawyer died, it just kind of got me to think. I said, well, I'd like to have a sawmill. So I kind of suggested to this family there I might be interested in his, and they didn't want to get rid of it. So I started looking on Marketplace for them, and other ways of trying to find one for sale, and went and looked at a couple of them, and almost bought one, and then I kind of got scared and just decided that I didn't want to do it. So I just kept watching on YouTube all these sawmills and stuff. So I remember watching Mike's videos quite a bit, and I was watching his and kind of was familiar with the way the mill looked, you know. And then one day when I was just messing around on Marketplace and seeing what was for sale, usually not a whole lot of mills pop up. You know, it's usually any of them that's on there stay on there for a while. Just ain't a whole lot of people buying them, you know. So one day I was looking on there and I saw this one for sale, so I started looking at the pictures of it, and I thought, dang, I recognize that mill. And so anyhow, I got back on YouTube and saw that it was this one, so I really started watching his videos and studying, and I thought, man, that's a good mill there, a good running mill. Man, can't go wrong with that one, because it's proven right there, you know, that it's a good running mill. So anyhow, I called and or texted Chad there, and he was going to kind of be the representative of the sale there. So it's really Miss McCoy's mill. And so anyhow, we went up there, and it was snowing up there in Weaverville the day we went, and cold. Atlanta's cold. I don't like cold weather. So we looked at it, and I can't remember what all I told him, that we'd think about it or something like that. So, and I think that was in a January In a couple months, we went back and looked at it again. Took a machinery rigger, you know, a crane operator and a company up there. They were gonna have to get it loaded up on a truck for me. So I took them up there and they told me what it would cost, and it was quite a bit. And but luckily I was able to get a tractor trailer up there for, I say for free. He didn't charge me, but it costed him money. It's a good friend of mine. He had a flatbed, so he did it, and that saved me some money, quite a bit. So I went ahead and struck a deal with the McCoys, and so they let me have it, and for a price, you know, they didn't give it to me. So anyhow, so that's how I got it, and so I brought it home, and it took me a while, but I measured, and it, you know, I couldn't work on it but just one day a week, and so I got all the pilings put in the ground, and got it all torched off level, and so anyway, I got it set up, and so here we are. So yeah, it's just basically the same way that he had it. They had it set up. It's really identical, really, except that I don't have a shed on it, and I want to get a shed. Everybody just about every week comments that you need a shed, and some people that don't they just, I think, just flying by, that don't watch us a whole lot, those kind of say some ugly stuff. Why don't I have a shed? Well, saying you want a shed and actually getting one is two different things. It's expensive. That 10 is high, and what I want to cover the entire mill, and so that's quite a bit of expense. So I do still hope to get started. I was wanting to get it done all this during this year, but I hadn't been able to, and I probably won't, to be honest, but I do want to. So I hope to get started anyway, and I was going to do maybe one of those steel truss sheds, and like Nathan up there in Tennessee did. The size that he put up is the same size that would work good for here, and he said it costed him around $21,000, and I almost decided to do that, and then I just thought, well, maybe I shouldn't. So anyway, I'm back to where maybe I'll just do it myself, and maybe after it gets up to ready, when it's time to put the tin down, and maybe I'll hire somebody to do that for me. I don't do too well on heights anymore, so I might hire somebody to do that. But anyhow, a lot of comments, you know, have you talked to the McCoys, and when are you going to invite them to come up? Well, I really don't talk to them a whole lot, just because we're really not friends. We're just, you know, kind of business acquaintances, and not that we, you know, I'm friendly with them, but we're not close, in other words. And so anyway, I did talk to them when we were buying it, and would love for them to come, and I still do. I'd love for them to come up right now, and be glad to show them around, and if they, it's an open invitation to come. I really hope I'd have a shed built before they come, but if I don't, that ain't no big deal. But if I know Miss McCoy watches every now and then, so sometimes she'll comment. Like the day I run the carriage off the tracks about a year ago, she commented on there something like, you know, that's happened before, it ain't the first time, and ain't no big deal. So that was encouraging to hear from her, so that was really nice of her. And so I hope she watches, but I know she ain't interested in this old mill anymore. It's part of her past, and she probably don't care about my channel. and I wouldn't blame her. I don't see why anybody would be interested in this channel. It's so bad. But anyway, if Miss McCoy is watching, think about you all the time, you and Mr. McCoy, and didn't know him, but every time I come down here, I mean, both of y'all are on my mind, and I hope that I've done well, and not saying I want to be patted on the back, nothing like that, nothing at all like that, but I hope you're pleased with what we've got going on, and this is from somebody that don't know what they're doing, Sawmill, and I'm learning and feel like I'm getting better a little bit at a time. So I might kind of edit that there out a little bit, but so anyway.